authority niche machine with your auto shopper portal site. It works a little bit different simply because the way shop clone is set up. So I'm going to show you exactly the right way to do this and to use ANM on your new site. So we're not going to be adding your main site to authority niche machine. We're actually going to do it a different way. If you hear a Skype come in, just you can just ignore that. I'm communicating with people, and so I have to keep that up and going. But we're not going to, like I said, we're not going to add your main auto shopper portal site to the software. Okay, so we have our site, and so what we need to do is go ahead and open your cPanel back up. We're going to install a fresh installation of WordPress, and I'm going to show you exactly what we're going to do. So log into your cPanel, and what we're going to do is go down. You can use Sofulous, Fantastico, Quick Install, whatever your hosting provider gives you to install WordPress. So I'm going to use Sofulous here, and I'm going to go and install a fresh WordPress. Now again, we're not installing it on our domain. We're not putting this on our, whatever you do, don't overwrite your domain. So we're going to put it in a subdirectory, and here you can call this blog, you can call it resources, you can call it information. Keep in mind this particular installation is going to be used for content, meaning RSS feeds, articles, things like that. Videos, whatever, but that's what it's going to be used for, so name it appropriately. Okay, so I'm going to name it car news. Okay, something to that effect. Okay, so now you can go ahead and name your site and go ahead and put in a username and password. What I recommend doing is on this putting it the same username and password you use on your main site. Okay, so you'll be able to log in to both of these easily. So let's say you have your auto shopper portal on yourcardomain.com. Use that same login here. So I put car news and info, get your latest news in the automotive industry, something to that effect. Keep in mind also that the theme is not totally important for this. Okay, so I'm just going to install the basic theme, and so we're going to click install. Now make sure that you're putting it in a subdirectory. Okay, so name that directory, and we're just going to click install to install a fresh WordPress. Okay, so at this point we're not going to click here and go to the admin yet. We're just going to use this information, so just keep it here on this screen. What we are going to do is I'm going to copy this link, so I just click right click and then copy link location, and now I'm going to come down to my ANM software. Okay, so here we are in our ANM software, and we're going to add this WordPress installation to our software. I'm going to paste that in. Notice that we take out the end slash, okay? And now we need to put in our username and password. Okay, now we're simply going to add this site, and we're going to let ANM add the site for us and get it ready for us to start using ANM. Now when we get this set up, I'm going to show you how to add this new installation, how you're going to set it up on your main auto shopper portal site, on your main site. So we're going to click OK. Now we can close this here. Now remember, ANM is going to set this site up for you. Okay, so you don't need to go in and do any of the basic setups. It's going to do it all for you. It's one of the good things about ANM. So next we're going to go to ANM setup. Here where it says select a website to set up, we're going to choose in the drop down, and here's the site we just created, the Attitude software, our car news. Okay, we're going to have it remove the sample pages and posts. We're going to add our ping services. It's very important, especially for this ANM site. We need to create the legal pages. We'll go ahead and create a contact us page, and we'll create an about us page, and we can also create custom categories if we like. So let's do that. So what we'll do is we'll make a category called car news. Now if you have other categories you want to make, you can make those here and just put them in and let the software create them for you. Let's go ahead and create an about page. Now also when you're creating the about page, you can launch an HTML editor, tiny MCU editor, and you can put that, do that there. Let's go ahead and update our general settings. Actually, we don't need to do that. And you can update your SEO meta, which is your homepage SEO settings. We'll do that later, and we're not going to install the theme. Okay, and so we have this stuff ready, and let's go ahead and start the setup. You can also save the configuration. So we're going to let ANM set up this particular installation for us. Now, while ANM is working, we're going to go ahead and I'm going to show you how to add this site to your main AutoShopper portal site. Okay, so back in your admin area of your main site, AutoShopper portal site, you're going to go down to menus, or under appearance in menus. Okay, where it says menu 1, this is the menu we're going to be working with, and what we're going to do is go down to links, click the arrow drop down, and we're going to be putting in this URL to this installation that we just created when we're using ANM on. So it's going to be your main domain, and then / whatever you called it. In this case it was car news is what I called it. Okay, and then you can name it whatever you like. One thing to note about this, putting this on your main site, because we're going to be putting it in your menu up here, okay? One thing to note about that, this is not a installation, this is not a site that we're too much concerned with having your visitors visit the site, because we're going to be using it more as a way to get traffic to your site. So just kind of keep that in mind. So here we're going to call the link text, we'll just call it car news, because that's what I called it. And we're going to add this to our menu. Okay, and you'll see that our car news is added to the menu, and we're just going to click save. Now if we go refresh our site, you'll see that we have car news up here in our menu. So if somebody clicks on that, it's going to take them to that site. So I'm just going to right click and open it up in a new tab. I need to put it as let's go and edit this real quick. Remember, I capitalized the C and the N. So let me save that, and we'll refresh real quick. Open this up in a new tab, and you can see here is our fresh installation of WordPress, in which ANM is currently working on for us. Okay, so it's still working. It's doing all of the things that normally take you forever to do. Okay, so that's how we would add it to your site. Remember, this is in a subfolder. Okay, so I'm going to pause the video and wait for ANM to complete its job, and I'll come back as soon as it's done.